Welcome to another edition of the Gotta Look Up podcast. I'm your host, Tom Campbell. It's great to be with you today, and thank you for joining. This podcast is about expanding our lives by reducing our non-productive screen time and replacing it with focused time with family, friends, nature, or self-care. Our mission is one of love, faith, hope, health, and peace. And our focus is to help you unplug, reconnect, and rediscover life. Each week, I will discuss topics related to the impact of screen time or ways to replace screen time with family, friends, nature, or self-care. I will also share personal experiences and stories that I hope will resonate, provide perspective, or promote deep thought and reflection on our lives. At times, I will interject historical references, quotations, and some of my own verbal creations that I call Tomisms that I hope you will find thought-provoking and entertaining. Occasionally, I will bring in guests from various walks of life to discuss their experiences, battles, and conquests. It is my hope that by sharing their experiences and unique perspectives on how they faced specific challenges and conquered the odds, that they will provide a positive influence that we can all apply to improve our lives in some way. Thank you again for joining me today. Now, let's look up, look around, and look ahead. Gotta look up. Welcome to a special edition of the Gotta Look Up podcast. The holiday season is approaching, and this is a difficult time for a lot of people in this country. A lot of your friends, a lot of your family members who are going to be lonely at this time. It's important to think of them and to reach out, maybe invite them over because they have nowhere else to go. I say this because I've been going through it for a long time. When you get a divorce, people tend to drift off to different places, and your kids don't like being forced back and forth. They actually want to go where they want to go. So one of the most difficult decisions I had ever had to make, and actually probably the easiest, was instead of trading off holidays, I gave my daughter what she asked for, which is to go where she wanted to go without any repercussions, without any attitude, just so she could feel good about her decision and be happy in the holidays, which is important. But for me, it was tough because I was by myself. So thankfully there were football games, thankfully there were movies, thankfully there were turkey TV dinners, the times I was by myself. Thanksgiving through Valentine's Day has been the toughest part of the year for me because of all the special days that are there. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, my birthday, Valentine's Day. And unless you've got somebody special in your life, those days can be very tough. So I just want to remind everybody, reach out to people, check up on them, send them a text at a minimum, but call them, invite them over so they're not by themselves. I also want to read something to you today that I found from Sir Anthony Hopkins, the great actor, because I think it's very pertinent to those of us who might feel broken for whatever reason. And we covered being broken in Kintsugi in the last episode. But I think this is more of an upbeat, uplifting kind of message that I wanted to share. And here it goes. Let go of the people who are not prepared to love you. This is the hardest thing you will have to do in your life. And it will also be the most important thing. Stop having hard conversations with people who don't want change. Stop showing up for people who have no interest in your presence. I know your instinct is to do everything to earn the appreciation of those around you, but it's a boost that steals your time, energy, mental, and physical health. When you begin to fight for a life with joy, interest, and commitment, not everyone will be ready to follow you in this place. This doesn't mean you need to change what you are. It means you should let go of the people who aren't ready to accompany you. If you are excluded, insulted, forgotten, or ignored by the people you give your time to, you don't do yourself a favor by continuing to offer your energy and your life. The truth is that you are not for everyone, and not everyone is for you. That's what makes it so special when you meet people who reciprocate love. You will know how precious you are. The more time you spend trying to make yourself loved by someone who is unable to, the more time you waste depriving yourself of the possibility of this connection to someone else. There are billions of people on this planet, and many of them will meet you at your level of interest and commitment. The more you stay involved with people who use you as a pillow, a background option, or a therapist for emotional healing, the longer you stay away from the community you want. Maybe if you stop showing up, you won't be wanted. Maybe if you stop trying, the relationship will end. Maybe if you stop texting, your phone will stay dark for weeks. That doesn't mean you ruined the relationship. It means the only thing holding it back was the energy that only you gave to keep it. This is not love, it's attachment. It's wanting to give a chance to those who don't deserve it. You deserve so much. There are people who should not be in your life. The most valuable thing you have in your life is your time and energy, and both are limited. When you give your time and energy, it will define your existence. When you realize this, you begin to understand why you are so anxious when you spend time with people, in activities, places, or situations that don't suit you and shouldn't be around you. Your energy is stolen. You'll begin to realize that the most important thing you can do for yourself and for everyone around you is to protect your energy more fiercely than anything else. Make your life a safe haven in which only compatible people are allowed. You are not responsible for saving anyone. You are not responsible for convincing them to improve. It's not your work to exist for people and give your life to them. If you feel bad, if you feel compelled, you will be the root of all your problems, fearing that they will not return the favors you have granted. It's your only obligation to realize that you are the love of your destiny and accept the love you deserve. Decide that you deserve true friendship, commitment, true and complete love with healthy and prosperous people. Then wait and see how much everything begins to change. Don't waste time with people who are not worth it. Change will give you the love, the esteem, happiness, and the protection you deserve. Again, that was from Sir Anthony Hopkins, and I think it's pretty profound. It's also uplifting. It's a bit depressing when you go through it, but it's actually uplifting if you think about the message, which is be less selfless. I'm not saying go out there and be selfish and be a jerk, but you can be less selfless and take care of your needs, take care of yourself, love yourself more. And don't give energy or time to people who don't deserve you. Anyway, hope you have a great holiday. Again, reach out to folks who you know are by themselves or are distant that you haven't seen. Write them a letter, write them a card, call them, text them, do something. Because if they're by themselves, your message will mean the world to them. Gotta look up. Thank you for joining us today on the Gotta Look Up podcast. Your support means everything to us. If our message today resonated with you, please share it with family and friends who would also be interested or might benefit from hearing this message. Also, please take a minute to subscribe to this podcast and our YouTube channel. As always, please drop us a line if you have comments to share or would like to suggest a future topic for discussion. If you're interested in collaborating or partnering with Gotta Look Up, please contact us with your name, your organization, and contact information so we can get in touch. Now, get off your screens, get outside, and make someone smile today. You gotta look up.